Hello and welcome. It's time for another edition of Poland Daily Travel. My name's Will Richardson, and this time we'll be taking you on a series of episodes exploring the Warsaw Zoo. It's a peaceful reserve located on the eastern bank of the Vistula River in Warsaw. So come along with us and let's visit the Warsaw Zoo. Well, hello, everybody. This is exciting. We are in the basement of the zookeeper's house. I'm here with Olga Zboniakowska. She's a guide. She knows everything about this place. What she doesn't know is not worth knowing, probably, I would say. This is kind of an overwhelming feeling because here, I'm having exactly the feeling of being in the Anne Frank house, because you're here where people were hiding and their lives were in peril 24 hours a day for years, the people who were here. Some of them, in fact, stayed virtually the whole time. The artist, for example, yes?
Yes, there's one woman, she was 3 years here.
Yeah, 3 years. An amazing story, really.
It's amazing.
Yeah, overwhelming. So, we're going to go into the next room, is that right? Okay, I'll follow you, yeah, and tell me what's going on in here. Okay, this room is extremely important where we are right now. This is, it's a room of commemoration, of a memorial. And what's it about, this thing, Olga?
Here you can see the certificate from Yad Vashem. In 1965, jan was in Israel and he planted a tree in Jerusalem for him and for his wife. He was recognized with the title Righteous Among the Nations.
So Jan Żabiński went to Israel, planted a tree, and was recognized as righteous among the nations. This means for a person who helped to save Jewish lives.
Yes.
During the war. Yeah, and in Poland had more of these people.
More like 6,000.
More than any other nation.
Yes.
That is a copy of the. What is this anyway? What's it made of? Some kind of. This is a copy of the thing in. This is a copy of what it looks like in.
Yes.
Is it in Jerusalem or?
In Jerusalem.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the righteous among the nations is something you can read about. You can look it up on the internet easily, and you can even find lists of all the people who've been recognized for saving lives, risking their own lives during World War II. It's really a remarkable testament to courage. So what are we looking at here?
Here's a very small and dark room, and here lived for 6 months a family, parents and 2 children. The son was 6 when he lived here, and he is today the last man who remembered this place, the last witness, the last survivor from this place. He is 86 now and lived in Israel. He comes every year to visit, to remember this place, and for him it's very important. He can talk about story for his family.
So he must be some kind of known person in Israel, I would think, because of this story.
Yes, I think he's one from the last survivor from the Holocaust. He's very old.
He's one of the last of all the survivors.
Yes, of course.
Of all the people, because at 86. Yeah.
He was a little boy during the war. Yeah. But it was a miracle here because the whole family, parents and 5 children, survived the war. Part of the family was here, 3 children was in the other place, but all survived.
So a better Anne Frank story, because in this case, everyone survived. I keep making that parallel. I hope it's not annoying people or boring them, but I think it's important to remember. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Okay, Olga, we've come right to the end of the basement now, through the several rooms. What's going on here?
Here is the entrance to the tunnel. Okay. When the house was danger, the Germans are here, all people must go out. The tunnel ended in animal cages during the war, and the cages was the place where people can wait.
So you would, this is a very narrow tunnel, so you would have to crawl into there. Is that how long it was, the tunnel there?
This is not very long, 12 meters maybe.
And then they would go out
Yes.
and sneak into the parrot house.
On the floor, in one cage, in bird cage, was the exit.
Okay.
Today the cages was not existed more. It's only the exit outside here near the house. But in the 30s and later was the many cages for birds, and it was the hide place.
Yeah, it was much more populated with birds. And here, what was the covering? Because
Here was a wardrobe to close the entrance, and Ryszard, the son, he was closed the wardrobe after the last person every time.
so there would be a wardrobe, and the Germans never moved the wardrobe.
It was a house with many miracles.
It's incredible, isn't
Yes.
it, to even imagine that they just trusted Żabiński was such a good actor. He must, I mean, he's like Laurence Olivier. He's like one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yes, he was very brave and charismatic. The basement was completely dark because windows wasn't here during the war, and electric light wasn't here too. It was a very dark and cold place. Before the war, a storage for animal food only. Not a place for people, never.
At all, no. It's cold, it's dark.
It's very cold.
In the winter, it must have been horrible.
Yes.
And wet, yeah. And these are
The old pictures in the basement was people, the survivors from the Holocaust.
And these are some of the people who were here who
Yes.
survived, yeah. So what do we see here? This is,
Magdalena Gross, a very famous artist, lived here and worked here 3 years during the war. She was the first person saved by the Żabiński family, and she lived here the longest time for all survivors. She worked sometimes during the war. She was a very good animalistic sculptor.
she did animal sculptures,
Yes.
so this was a good place for her, yeah. I mean, was that what she was doing before the war too?
Yes, she
And
was.
is that how she knew the
Yeah, she was a friend from the Żabiński family in the 20s and before too. And today this is the last place with her sculptures because the most was not survived the war.
Was this hers?
Yes, the all
Can I pick it up?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
This is one of the actual tools that Madame Goss was using, yes?
Yes,
To do her...
original things from Magdalena Gross.
Gross,
Gross.
yeah. And are there a lot of her sculptures that we can see here?
This is the last place with her sculptures. Only 2 more you can see in one museum in Warsaw. The rest from her sculptures was not survived the war.
They didn't survive at all. Yeah. Okay. What else do we? Well, we see pictures of her stuff here.
She was an animalistic sculptor, but only one. She worked with a woman. This is a sculptures from her too. This woman, Janina Rędznerowa, she was a friend from the Żabiński family too. She lived here near the zoo during the war, and she saved Magdalena for a few weeks in her house.
It's a beautiful sculpture of a person. So she's not just good at animals. Yeah.
Not only with animals, but the sculptures was only on the pictures now.
It's a beautiful piece of work. And you said before that she really enjoyed her time here because she could concentrate and work.
She was here.
It was the best 3 years of her life,
Yes,
she said later.
She was very happy here. The best time in her life, in the basement.
It's something to remember, isn't it? Yeah. An artist needs quiet and concentration to work. Okay. And what else do we have here? Come on. Show me what else we've got. Some pictures of her things. Okay, this is hers?
Yes, the old sculptures from animals here in the zoo was from her.
And this is a gorilla, or?
This is a gorilla.
Yeah. Okay. And these are some drawings, or that's the picture of the one upstairs, or is that different?
Yes.
That's the one upstairs. And here it is again. Okay. And this is, there's one of a rooster. That's also upstairs. Yeah, I saw that before. Okay. Excellent. Poland Daily Travel. I'm here in the basement of the zookeeper's house. That's right, the one that you know from the book and from the movie, which finally got the way overdue attention from 2007 to now. This is the home of the Żabiński family. They are righteous among the nations for saving up to 300 people, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. And that's from me, and this is from Olga, who's the guide here. We thank you a lot. Stay tuned for the next episode.